You know the strange thing with the California fires? They used directed energy weapons. No, it was just a fire. No, it was the PG&E equipment faulting and arcing to the ground, and who knows what, right? Zerohead says PG&E gets AIG-ed. Moody's downgrade triggers $800 million collateral call, $1 million that is, liquidity crisis. For PG&E, just like for AIG 10 years ago, this is the beginning of the end. As we discussed on Tuesday, one of the biggest surprises involving the ongoing collapse of troubled California utility PG&E is how it was possible that with the company reported contemplating a DIP loan ahead of a possible bankruptcy filing, which sent PG&E or PCG whatever stock plunging and its bonds cratering to all-time lows, that rating agency still had the company rated as investment grade. Later on Monday, this question got some closure after S&P became the first rating agency to take a machete to its rating for PG&E when it downgraded the company by 5 notches, from triple B minus to just B, the 5th highest junk rating, while warning that more cuts are imminent. But while S&P slashed PG&E's IG ratings, Fitch and Moody, bizarrely, had yet to do so, well over a month into the company's death spiral. And when they do, both management, shareholders, and bondholders would have a nightmare on their hands, because a similar junking by Moody's to high yield would result in a rerun of the AIG death spiral, as at least one cash collateral call for PG&E of at least $800 million to guarantee power contracts would be triggered according to a regulatory filing. Well, PG&E's AIG moment hit late on Thursday, when Moody's did precisely what S&P did 2 days earlier and cut the utility's credit rating to junk, citing the electric company's potential wildfire liabilities. The credit grader lowered PG&E's rating by 5 notches from B2 to Baa3, and the utility Pacific Gas and Electric rating 4 levels to Ba3. Like S&P, the bond grader said it may, which means will, cut the company further, sending PG&E shares as bonds slide and bonds sliding after hours. But it wasn't the prospect of more downgrades that spooked the market. It was the fact that with 2 junk ratings, PG&E will now be required to use cash as collateral to guarantee power contracts, according to the company's latest quarterly filing, which estimates the utility will have to fully collateralize as much as $800 million of positions. That is a problem because PG&E only had $430 million in cash on its books in September, precipitating what now appears to be an imminent liquidity crisis, one which, as a result of some $30 billion in wildfire legal liabilities, will quickly escalate into a solvency inferno, to use a term closely associated with California utility companies. Meanwhile, assuming that PG&E somehow survives the upcoming insolvency, its junk credit ratings will assure that the company will have to pay more to borrow for years to come. In fact, the company's 3.5% bond or bonds due next year are currently yielding more than 9.9%, far above where most high-yield securities are paying, and a level reserved for deeply distressed credits. As shown in the chart below, B-rated debt, the mid-tier of junk bonds, yields an average of 7.5% as of Monday's close, according to Bloomberg Index data. Of course, the above take assumes PG&E will survive a few quarters, which, thanks to nearly $1 billion in cash collateral, the company must somehow find and post immediately. But they don't think it will. Didn't I already do a video a little while back about California basically approving PG&E's ability to go ahead and just jack rates up on everybody because of lawsuits? So you're going to be sued. You know you're going to be sued, and you get the authority from the government. Go ahead and jack your rates up. Not because you need to for normal reasons, because you're going to get sued. So if I lived in California, would be helping pay someone's private lawsuit. You follow me? Through higher rates, electricity, I would therefore be paying. You get sued and I pay for it. That's not a great deal. Kind of like when the police departments get sued and then someone wins. Oh yeah, the police beat the crap out of them. Guilty. They settled out of court for $70,000. Where did they get the $70,000 from? From you schmuck taxpayers. So the police could do it again if they wanted to. and then just settle again, potentially, right? Correct. And then they could do it again. Correct. So PG&E could do the same thing again. Correct. Gotta love it, don't you? Take care.